Hello everyone, happy holidays from Murray and I had to bring them up, of course, as I do for every video. Hold on. Welcome back to Fig&Bleu. My name is Sam, and today I have a very exciting video for you with the holidays coming up within like 2 weeks. We are doing a holiday board for under $50. I did a little bit of shopping at 2 different locations. I kind of wanted to get really seasonal items from each, and so I'm gonna insert some footage now so you guys can come along with me while I shop. All right, we are at our first location. Let's see what we can get. They have cherries, but we're trying to stick to a budget, so, but that would be fun. No, I think I'm gonna get a lot of the fruit at our next stop instead of here, but these grapes looked really good. I had to. So there are a lot of brie options for a little bit more of an affordable price, but this one, it's worth it. Okay, so we're gonna splurge on this one. These are always really fun and cute, but like, how tasty are they? All right, at our second location, I'm looking for something very specific, so I'm hoping I can find it here. We do need some fruit though, because we weren't able to get it all at Trader Joe's. And it's all very expensive today, so this is gonna be hard. So the nut section is gonna be hard. The mixed nuts are all very expensive. The single nuts are even expensive, and these are on sale. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find something that's gonna fit in my budget here. We might have to get creative with the crunch. Okay, I may have found the creativity. $2.69 for one of these packs. You get 7 snack packs, and this is an almond walnut mixture. So I could go with this and just open them all up. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I already knew I wanted a cheddar. We're gonna go with this one. I love cabot. This is only $2.45 for this whole brick. I think that's a good deal. And you can't go wrong with cheddar. Okay, I wanted to show you guys a couple other things that I found that are pretty cool. I'm not getting, but they have tête de moi, which is really delicious. They're little rosettes. They're a lot of fun. Only $4.99, not bad. And then also for the holidays, these are always really popular. They're not my favorite, but I do know people love them. They have like little chunks of dried fruit in them. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I, of course, could not find the whole reason I came here. Per usual, there's another section up here I'm gonna look, but they never have it. I always miss it. They're the little star cookies. Now I'm kicking myself because I should have got something at Trader Joe's. I was just really hoping for those little almond cookies here. I'm in the chocolate section and nothing's really calling out to me. We are back, and this is everything I picked up for under $50. So let's start with Trader Joe's. I got this 2-pound container of grapes for $5.99. The fromage pave, which is a soft ripened cheese, that was $6.99. These olives, they're stuffed with lemons. I've never had them before, but they look delicious. This whole container was only $2.99. Then we have truffle salami. This is delicious, you guys. This again is a seasonal product. It's so good. This was $4.99. The cranberry chev, I think this one has cinnamon in it, if I'm not mistaken. This is really good. Everyone loves this during the holidays. This was $4.99. We ended up getting a pack of meat because I thought this would be best budget-wise. This was $5.99, and you get 3 different meats. So at Aldi, we got these blackberries. These were $2.39. I got this cabot sharp cheddar for $2.45 for this whole brick. That's pretty awesome. I really love these crisps. These were only $3.19. I got the cranberry sea salt because I thought it was a good holiday fit. You saw that we picked up these nuts. These were, oh my gosh, what were they? They were $2.69. So I think that was a good deal. We'll see. These strawberries were probably the most expensive thing. Those were $4.39 for a container. They look pretty good though. And then last but not least, the original crisp. They're basically just like a butter cracker, and these were $1.79. So in total, for all of this, we spent $48.84. Okay, next we're gonna get into prep. I'm just gonna quickly go through the prep with you guys if you are interested in seeing how I cut the cheeses or fold them or whatever. Today we are not using any utensils from my kitchen, so I'm just using my kitchen, like my business kitchen. We are just using whatever is in the house. So the goat cheeses I'm a little worried about, but we're gonna figure it out, and I'm not going to use floss. Sorry guys, I know that a lot of people say you can use floss. That's fine. I'm not. It's just not my thing. But anyway, so real quick before we get into the prep, I wanted to reiterate that everything I just showed you guys, all the ingredients that I bought were under $50. This board, according to the ounces of cheese and meat that I have, are going to feed 11 people as an appetizer. So this big board, you can feed 11 people for under $50. So the breakdown on that is, I have it written down, $4.44 a person. So that's a pretty good deal for a really good, delicious charcuterie board. Okay, and so I have picked out my board. I hope it's big enough. I honestly don't think it is. We might have to put the crackers on the side, but I have this beautiful wooden board. I think I got this at Home Goods a while ago, and it has like this fun edge on it. I have a couple knives for my soft cheeses, a bowl for my olives. This was kind of festive. And then we're gonna use baking paper as a little shield on the bottom. All right, so now we're gonna start the prep of the cheeses. I'm gonna start with the softest cheese first. This is the fromage pave from Trader Joe's. It's a really fun, oh, this one's really soft. Okay, so it's a really fun soft ripened cheese. It has a little bit of an interesting smell, but it's mild and buttery in flavor. It's so good. And like I said, it only comes out during the holidays. So I always like to snatch it up when I find it. But let me give you a closer look of the actual cheese itself. Sorry about the lighting in here, you guys. It's really like dreary out today. I love how pretty it is with the fun lines. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, so there are a few different ways that I like to place this cheese on my boards. This one is really ripe, and you can tell by pressing in the center, and it kind of moves back and forth, so it's gonna be really ooey gooey in the center. So we're gonna keep it simple today and just slice off the top, so that way it's kind of like its own personal fondue pot. Typically though, if I'm like using these on my charcuterie boards for work, it's not this soft, and I'll use a cheese wire and slice it this way, and then kind of angle it and set it on itself, if that makes any sense. But today it's gonna be way too soft to do that. Plus, like I said, I don't have the right tools. I'm literally using what I have in my kitchen. So we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. So I think what I'm gonna do is lay it on its side, and I'm just gonna take, this is the thinnest knife I have, and I'm just going to slice down the top and then remove the top, and we're gonna toss that. Yeah, it kind of broke, so that kind of sucks, but we'll just kind of push things back and in place. But anyway, so there you go. The top is removed, and now the cheese is soft enough that you could literally dunk your cracker in. We're gonna get into the cheddar, but I'm gonna pop this in the freezer really quick, just so it's nice and firm when I go to cut it, so it doesn't crumble as easily. All right, and now we're gonna go in and cut up the cheddar. This is a whole 8-ounce brick, which is a lot of cheese for $2.49. So I think what we might do is, well, first I know I'm triggering all the glove people out there. That's the comments I get the most, is that you should be wearing gloves. You guys, I'm making a YouTube video, okay? Like, this isn't, nobody is going to be eating this but me. And I've already washed my hands. Okay, so because this brick is so big, I'm thinking maybe we'll do it in a couple different ways. So let's cut it in half first. I think I might just stick to cubes, just to give it a little bit of a different look on the board. And then the other side, I think we'll do slices. I think that'll be fun. Easy, easy. So I am now just cutting into really thin little slices. That's going to be the perfect bite for someone. And then I'll show you how we display it at the end. All right, now that we have our cheese cut into squares, I'm going to set that aside on my little prep sheet. And then we're going to just simply cube these up. So I'm going to cut maybe a 1/2 inch thick slice and then cut it in half again. And then we'll cut it in thirds. I think that's a nice size square. Okay. And then I'm just gonna finish doing that with the whole half of this brick. All right, we got the goat cheese next. This was not in the freezer long enough. It is still pretty soft, but that is okay. We're gonna do what we can. I saved this one for last because this is kind of a hot mess unless you have a cheese wire, which we do not. So it's gonna get messy. All right, scissors. When in doubt, cut it out. All right, you guys. Here we go. Wish me luck, okay? Or another suggestion I have is get a rag wet so you can wipe off each cut. It'll help when you're slicing goat cheese without a cheese wire. And then give a little bit of pressure and make it quick. Okay. And then you kinda, once you do that, kind of pull the cheese away from the knife so that you're not pulling cheese off with the knife. Voila. Okay, so I'm gonna add this to my cheese prep pan. Okay, so now we are going to go slice up our truffle salami. This is a pork salami with truffles in it. It's really delicious. Again, as mentioned before, it is only available at Trader Joe's during the holiday season. I think around November is when it comes out, and then through Christmas or until they sell out, I guess. Okay, so we are just going to simply slice it into bite-sized pieces. Okay, and now our salami is cut into perfect bite-sized pieces. All right, next we're gonna fold these. I like this because you get 6 ounces of meat, so you get 2 ounces of calabrese, 2 ounces of prosciutto, and 2 ounces of capocollo. I'm gonna start with the prosciutto because the prosciutto is always the most difficult. So I'm just gonna peel that ever so carefully. Please, prosciutto, be good to us. All right. Okay. So a lot of people don't use prosciutto because of things like this, where it's really hard to separate because it's sliced so thin. That's how you want to eat it. And sometimes it's just really hard to separate. So what we're gonna do is, I don't think we're gonna be able to get away with ribbons with this, but that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I took the little paper off and we're just gonna fold it in half. And all we're gonna do is kind of just bunch it up. And so it's gonna look like a little rosette eventually. We're gonna get there, trust the process, okay? So, I mean, it looks better than it did on the sheet, right? So now let's go in with the calabrese. Okay, so for this, we're simply going to fold it in half and then fold it in half again. If you haven't checked out my meat styling video, I definitely recommend doing that. So I'm just gonna quickly go through this. Okay, and the last one is the capocollo. So this is a uncured, deliciously marbled piece of pork. My favorite way to style it is basically how it looks, but I fold it in half. So let's do it this way, because I like to show the pretty marbling. And then I do it for the same way for each piece, and then we stack them. Okay, so the last couple things I'm gonna prep is I've already drained the olives, and we're just gonna fill the bowl. These are lemon stuffed, so yeah, they have a little slice of lemon in each one. How fun. Okay, now we're gonna open up all of these nut packs. All right, pretty good amount, I would say. All right, next I'm just opening the cracker packs. I know I've told you guys this before, but prep is key. Prep absolutely everything so that when you're ready to start your board, you don't have to worry about this stuff and you can just get creative and focus on that. All right, so now let's build the board. I have my beautiful board here. I have my parchment paper down. We have the jar of olives set in place. This is kind of my anchor. Let's start with crackers first, just to make sure that we at least get them on the board. All right, so here is our $50 board. I was not able to get everything on as I expected. It's the biggest board I had, unfortunately. But that's okay. Like crackers, I had this many crackers left, and that's easy enough to just refill when necessary. As far as fruit goes, I had this much left, so a pretty good amount, but I did get all the meat and cheese. That's the most important part. So for $48.84, this is what you can get. But I didn't just stop there, because of course, you guys know, I had to garnish. So for $1.69 more, coming out to $50.53, I also bought a pack of rosemary, because rosemary is so Christmassy and I just felt like we needed it. So I am gonna add a little bit extra just for some garnish throughout the board. Again, this is an optional step. You don't have to add garnish. I really wanted to try to stick to my budget with ingredients that people would be enjoying instead of just making it look pretty. But I can't help myself. I love to make my boards look pretty. All right, so there it is, fully garnished. What do you guys think? Is this worthy of a holiday party for your family? If you are making a holiday board this year, tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your creation. I hope you guys have a great holiday and a happy new year. Bye.